Oh, we have a new detention.
Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to a super new video. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications to be notified when I post another video. So this time, I definitely want to talk more about Power Rangers and Hasbro, and particularly that Power Rangers 2 movie. I mean, when you think about it, you left us with this cliffhanger.
Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver. Tommy Oliver.
That's definitely the first thing I want to talk about. But it's like, I mean, I feel like it goes without saying that if they do a sequel of Power Rangers, it'll go without saying that the Green Ranger, the Green with Evil saga would definitely be the movie to make, because that's like one of the most iconic story arcs of one of the most iconic characters from Power Rangers. They're talking about Tommy, but also, would they make Tommy a girl? I mean, they could try to make Tommy a girl. I mean, I remember reading that the cast wanted it to be a girl, and even JDF was like, he was cool with it. That'll be interesting. And on top, in the subject of sequels, like, I've also read that Hasbro wanted to do a 5-movie. When Hasbro got the rights to Power Rangers, they wanted to do a 5-movie series that had Power Rangers. So I wonder what they could do with that, because this kind of goes into other few more ideas that I might have. I mean, that would be great. That'd be great because again, an iconic piece of Power Rangers. But what about afterwards? Would you start including Lord Zed? Would you start including, say, the Stone Canyon Kids, Rocky, Adam, and Aisha? Would you do the power transfer? Would you do the power transfer thing? What could you do? Like, what could they do more? Like, heck, I would say, I would go as far as to say, make it lead up to Serpentera, like them battling Serpentera or something like that to stop Lord Zed. That would be really cool to see. And it's just great things like that. It's just really cool, interesting things that they could do with Power Rangers as a whole. They're going to create a movie series with it. So. And it could be all its own, even though it's based on Mighty Morphin, and I'm pretty sure, like a lot of sequel movies, they're gonna improve the look. They're gonna try to make it. You're gonna try to make it very unique to Power Rangers, what they have never things that they've never done before. That's what I liked about the 2017 movie. They're trying new stuff, a lot of risky, interesting ideas that they never particularly do, because Power Rangers has always been being a kids brand, but they also know that there are people who have grown up with it. They know all the shit. They know every season. They know the lore, all these different things. However, that I feel like that's why they're gonna stick. I feel like even Hasbro's gonna stick with Mighty Morphin, because again, as I said in the past, not everybody grew up. Like, not everyone grew up loving Power Rangers as much as like the fandom does, and it's like, because like I've talked to people that say, oh, I stopped watching after Zeo. I stopped watching after Turbo. Oh, I stopped watching after Lost Galaxy. All the different things, and you had this like, and there's another concern that I do have, and I feel like this contributed to the particular thing that was said to people, which, now in the case of Power Rangers being a dead brand, I feel like it's taking more of a dip, because because as much as I liked some of the Neo Saban era, a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of it, people didn't quite get the feel of it. I mean, there's a lot of love for Mighty Morphin because it was the one that started it all. And then and particularly so with the toys, like friggin', you get the Legacy Dragon Dagger, Legacy Saba, Legacy Red Ranger helmet, Mighty Morphin Red Ranger helmet. You could just probably see it in your eyes the minute I mention it. Legacy Dragonzord, Legacy Megazord. Like, there's a bunch of love for Mighty Morphin, and I think a lot of us absolutely love Mighty Morphin, but at the same time, it's like, give love to the other seasons too. Like, yeah, I mean, look what Hasbro's doing with the Lightning collection. They've got people like, they've got Tyler, Devin. They've got friggin' Doggy Kruger from SPD. I mean, and there's still Jason and Tommy, and we love Jason, we love Tommy, we love Austin St. John and JDF. They're the best of the best. They're the best of the best of the best. Don't ever sing again. Don't ever sing again, dude. But jokes, yeah. But seriousness aside, maybe. But there's a lot of love for Mighty Morphin, and it seems to get over the Mighty Morphin tends to overshadow a lot of the other seasons when it comes to merch and things like that. So, but I've also noticed that seasons like Zeo, and like I said, Donald Charge on Supercharged, even Beast Morphers is getting a lot of love too. I mean, it's a great. I've talked about this already in another video. Link in the description. Link in the description. Link in the description. Shit, stop plugging. And it's got a lot of love. It's doing a great job. Although I've heard a few things. About it, like saying, "Hey, no, they're not gonna go to San Diego Comic-Con." And there's a lot of things that are going. There's a lot of things that are going down with the Power Rangers and Hasbro as they continue their partnership. They're just now creating the partnership and all this stuff. They're really getting their feet on the ground, and there's a lot. But I really want to try to get into a little more of my thoughts on what they could do with it instead of just rambling about stuff. For one thing, of course, you have Power Morphicon. That's one. Two, you have HasCon, which is also biannual. I think they canceled it for this year, and it'll be coming back next year, I believe. And you have those two. You have a lot of potential with it. You could do lots of crossovers. I mean, you could even do, like, say, an animated series. I mean, this is a Hasbro property now. Stick it on Discovery Family. Like, if you were to make, say, like, an animated series of Power Rangers, like, say, like Disney was going to before they decided to just omit the idea and work on Operation Overdrive, take that idea and what could you do? Like, I think a lot of people could be like, oh, they were able to accomplish this and do it well with Transformers Prime, because the Transformers Prime had it was its own thing. It was a mix of, like, things that made G1 great, and then and then I also got the Michael Bay movie vibe in there too. There's also friggin' of course MLP. And now in the G.I. Joe cartoon, took from what made it special in the G.I. Joe movies, but there's also but you could do the same for Power Rangers too, and you could potentially say, like, hey, we got stuff we have a lot of source material. I mean, think about it. You could even do stuff about the Boom Studios comics. I mean, you could bring Lord Draken to life. I mean, Lord Draken was like a humongous surprise character out of nowhere. You could even talk about the Solar Rangers. You could even talk about Hyperforce. There's so much you could do, and even I know even Super Ninja Steel and Beast Morphers were trying to, and Beast Morphers have been talking about this, and they've been incorporating a lot from the Boom Studios comics into the main show. And you could do that too with if you were to do an animated series. Or you could even go a different route and try to do something and do a little bit more of an original flair to it that's not necessarily based on Sentai. It could be like how Saban did Mystic Knights. It had no Sentai background, Super Sentai background. It was an original creation of his, but it was based around Hasbro Saban, but that has nothing to do. But it was very blah. See, I'm all the ideas are running around in my head, but you could do that. There's so much potential. Like they're saying, they really want to find out the best ways to exploit the potential of Power Rangers as a brand, as a franchise, and take it even more to the stratosphere. And I feel like it's just gonna get. I feel like if they can get that done, if they can find that little happy medium, that they still see the older readers, the older viewers, the older fans, and still keep the love of the little kids, as shown in the 25-year anniversary. Because if you ain't got a Master Morpher, you ain't nothing but a cheap copy. It's Dragon Zord. I mean, it's like, it's unreal how awesome that scene was. But all in all, if you want, all in all, there's just a few things that they. Oh, also you've made the Legacy Morpher, this one, and the Zeonizer. What about the Transmorphers from Lost Galaxy, or the Turbomorphers, or the freaking, or just about anyone that, any of the other ones, like even the Legacy toys. Those are awesome, and you could even build the Zords from them too. There's just so much that's running around in my head about what you could do with Power Rangers as a whole. Now that Hasbro has in his hands, it's like a big ball of clay, and they need to figure out how do they want to mold this thing to the next level, and it's just unreal. But I think that's gonna be it for me for this video before I continue to ramble on anymore. What do you guys think? Like, what do you guys think? Like, would an animated series be really dope to have on as a Hasbro? A dope animated Power Ranger series would be dope, or some sort of crossover or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I post that video. And I'll see you soon, because the Zoogaloo is just peace. Oh. Have I told you I love Power Rangers?